All right. I don't know how many this is. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is 11? 11.
Welcome.
11.
You've got dads.
Maybe. I have no idea. Okay, no, I wrote a list. Hold on. Where's my dad list? Something like that, yeah. I don't think I've edited 10, which was last week, though. Whoops. Okay, so last week we went for a run with Craig and we solved a murder mystery that turned out to just be a mystery, thankfully. So we should just have Craig. Craig's got 2 hearts. We love that for us. And Brian should have 2 hearts. Yes. Matt, 1. We're just double checking here. Robert, 1. Surprisingly. I still don't understand how that happened. Brian is the worst dad. I mean, he's just not in the running for best dad. He's not the worst. Like, he's a super great guy. Like, loves his daughter. Oh, Mary doesn't count, though. She's not a dad. So, but yes, we encountered a wild Mary who was drunk and then sober and then drunk again. Or a moment of lucidity. We'll call it that. Damien, 1. Hugo, Mr. Big, and Joseph. So we are on to Damien because I wrote a list. I wrote a little list. You can't read that, but it doesn't matter. Damien. What did I say? Damien. I did say Damien. All right. Message. Blood March. His name gets me every time. They want me to think he's a vampire. It's not even like me believing this. Like, this is just canon lore. The extended cut is the only cut worth watching. I'm 120% for that. Was dad tip number 48. That is the most appropriate dad tip. Alright, I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. I open up dad book and start writing him a message when Amanda walks in the door.
Huh.
I still want to know if she knows that I got a letter? He did not. He did not. DEFCON, whatever the highest one is, he wrote me a letter. I love this man. Oh, is it from Grandma? Stop. You know it's from your future husband. When's the extended actual director's cut of the real Dune and not the fake one? Oh, you know what? I have strong opinions about the Dune movie and you know that, so do not get me started. You know it was just a cash grab. The worst. It's distressed parchment. I'm reading this wrong. Folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn. The dude goes all out. The dude goes all out. I know immediately who it's from. Of course I do. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter. In the most beautiful calligraphy, the letter reads, oh god! They did it! I love this. They actually animated it. Dearest Sam, I hope you find my continued correspondence endearing rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of the slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily, under the warm embrace of excitement. Fear that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. This man's in love with me. For now, I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. He can't stop thinking about me. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unseen, your son trying to brick wall in... What is this? I'm using it as like a verb. Build a brick wall around another person's son. That's unforeseen forces. Your companionship helped a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit. Actually, I remember being quite smitten, if I might use a word Damien would love, with the way that he, parented. I feel like him and his son probably get along really well. Surprisingly well, I think, for what they could have done. Gay. He is gay. If his writing is this elaborate for a casual editor, imagine how his... We don't have to imagine what his fanfictions are like. We saw firsthand what his fanfictions were like. All I remember is Naruto bound by Sasuke. That is... something about his ninja pants, but I won't go there. While the afternoon may have been derailed, you helped a great deal, not only the discipline of my child, but the morale of my spirit. And for that, I thank you. That said, Sam, if you'll allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema, followed by a moonlight stroll, would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response with great respect, D. Blood March. The boy is unhappy that I've been gone all day, so expect a lot of meow 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 meows. Damien wants to be in Blade. Elaborate. Are you saying he wants to be killed because he's a vampire? I don't like the connotation that Blade would murder Damien. This is not where this is going. We like Damien. Stop insinuating that we want to stake him through the heart. Amanda's reading it. She knows. Look at this. I know this is her default face, but like... Wow. Those are my papers, sir. Leave them alone. That was good. So you gonna catch a movie with him? Gay. Yeah, I better message him on Dadbook and let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut, as she should. How dare I disrespect this man's beautifully penned letter just to, like, text him. Terrible of me. You have to write him back a real letter. Maybe I'm not the dad. Maybe I'm Amanda. But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon.
Yeah.
I feel that one spiritually. Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool. She's living vicariously through me. I see. Will you help me? I need to class this up. Father, I was made for this. How is she parenting me? He's the vampire that Blade sired and is all like, oh man, my son is so needy. Stop. Oh, I missed that. Oh, that's classy. He doesn't seem like a romantic comedy kind of guy. Oh my god. Vampire Crusade 2? It's not even, they're not even hiding it. Like, what do they think? Vampire Crusade 2? We don't want that. Hello, sir. It's a crusade against vampires. I don't think that's the right move. I'm trying to pet you and face the computer. This is hard. Evil never dies. I don't know, that sounds kind of stupid. Actually, it's a critically acclaimed exploration into the ennui of existence. I don't know that word. It really turns the vampire trope on its head. Another vampire movie? Nah, that's just lots of blood and vampire titties. Vampire titties. Well, let's roll the dice. I purchase the tickets and print them out, then sit down at the table with Amanda to try drafting a nice letter. I start writing. Damien. I do hope that this letter finds you in good health. Hey. Good morrow to you on this fine eve. That one feels a little forced. The hey is way too casual, so I think I'm gonna go with I do hope that this letter finds you in good health. And not because I start every single letter that way. You can't make me admit that. Good one. What's next? Hey, remember when your son tried to cast a Montiago? I think I figured it out. That kid? No. You been good? I must confess of my amateur control of the written word. Yo, we know which one's the correct choice. Geez, Dad, have some faith in yourself. Okay, we're trucking along. Let him know how you're feeling. You find me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. I did very much enjoy the adventure we found ourselves on the last we met. That Ernest show was pretty messed up. I don't know why I keep trying to bring up Ernest, but it's the wrong move. In every situation, not just this one. I think I'm gonna say you find me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. Because this second one also brings up Ernest. On last we met. Nice.
Yeah.
Stop screaming from the other room. Ask him to hang out already. True art takes time, Amanda, and it's not just about butts this time. While a strange turn of events, I find myself enamored of the situation at hand. Okay, hold on, pause, sorry. Where are you? Come here. Come here. Don't make me get you. Come here. Okay. Sir. Yeah. Oh, are you purring? Can you hear that? He's just breathing. He's not even purring. He's just so chonky. Look at him. Behold the boy. Oh, and all of his chonk. Hi. Okay. I don't know who that is, but his landscape with the fall of... Oh, okay. I know the fall of Icarus, though. I find myself lost in your details. Let me, get at that. Let me get at that. Damn. Why is this game always trying to make it too forward? Like, it's gotta be subtle. It's romance, right? I think I'm gonna go with this Fall of Icarus one. Whoa. I saw it on TV. I'm not actually an intellectual person. Amanda is like really in this one. She wants me. I think she's starting to understand that we're dating. I think this is her pick. Bring it home, Pops. Let me take you out. I got 2 tickets to the movie. I would very much enjoy your company accompanying me to the cinema. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Oh, I didn't even read this one correctly. I would very much enjoy your company accompanying me to the cinema. Oh, that's word vomit. I can't even click that one. Accompany, my company. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Smooth. Calling it the cinema is a classy move. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you will find both titillating. Is that a breast joke? Because we said vampire titties earlier. And enjoyable. Best wishes. Hard daps. Namaste. We'll carry on. It's best wishes. And then I signed my name. My full name. Fancier that way. Sam Flower. I have no middle name. Is that okay? Oh, I didn't want to see it. Alright, we have to double check it. Does it give us an actual double check option, or are we just gonna full send this? Hard daps was the choice we wanted, but not the choice we needed. Sam, Dad, Sona, Flower. You guys kill me. Damien, I do hope that this letter finds you in good health. I must confess of my amateur control of the written word, as well as my even more amateur penmanship. Your letter found me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. Like, Bergdals? I feel like I've heard it pronounced, but I have no idea what it is. Landscape, with the fall of Icarus, I find myself lost in your details. Woo, swoon. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you'll find both titillating and enjoyable. Best wishes. You spelled his name wrong. I spelled his name wrong! I'll have to double check that in post. Nah, just trying to keep you... I was stressed. Amanda, my blood pressure might not be high yet, but you're gonna get me there. You'll be the cause of every single one of my gray hairs, I swear. No, all you have to do is seal it and put it in his mailbox. Can I seal it with tape?
Alright.
That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. Is she gonna get me a candle? A candle. A lighter and a small piece of wood. You gotta have a wax seal. We're just matching his energy, and I feel weird about that, because you're not just supposed to be, like, the same in a relationship. You're supposed to be, like, different but equal. She lights the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. I mean, not that I don't like it, because I definitely would do this if I was written a love letter. What's that other thing? Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses a small piece of wood into it. She lets it dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing, here it is, your sigil. I have a sigil? A little kitten with a bow on its head. Lobo, get back here. He's having a bath. Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch. She right, though. Well, I guess all there is to do is deliver it to his doorstep now, huh? Oh, I thought we were getting a carrier pigeon to do it. Very funny. I already called my guy. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good. I don't want to know if any of this is true. It's not. I love these gargoyles. I'm not over the fact that they look like fucking sheep or goats. They're just perfect. I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into the slot in his door and go back home. Didn't even knock. Mission accomplished. Now we play the waiting game. I bought tickets for tonight and I don't even get a response. That's sketchy. I would at least have knocked on the door and then ran. I would have like booked it back across the street. I've been like peeking through my windows all day to see if he opens the door. The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to meet. The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to meet with Damien. I don't like that. Grammatically, I know it's correct. I think. Don't take my word for anything, though. The next day, he had... Oh. I thought it was tickets for the same day. I must be confused. Not like it matters, but, The next day, he had left another beautifully crafted letter, thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit. A nice outfit, and I show up to the theater a little bit early. It's a chilly night, and the theater is kind of crowded, but it's still nice. How do you do? How do you do? I jump at the sound of his voice. Was that lightning? Why? Smallest outfit possible. Listen. For this man, I didn't expect this man. For you. I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien right behind me. Coo. You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for? Was that the sound of my heart attack? Was it lightning? Oh, I don't know. I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. You look so concerned. Was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon? I didn't hear anything. Lies. This man's lying to my face. What? What? Is he deaf? Regardless. What just happened? I don't even understand any of that. Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I think... Why did they put the voice acting so loud in that too? What? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. It's terrible. Please allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids or perhaps Milk Duds? Let's do it. We get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice. Who's crashing? Who's crashing our date? My dad's here. I turn around. Lucian! Lucian's crashing our date! What a plot twist! Okay, I turn around to find Lucian. It makes a lot of sense, but a plot twist for me. Lucian's standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids. They have different but similar shades of purple eyeshadow. Lucian, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. He'd say it like theater. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends. Whatever, Dad. And what movie will be attending tonight? My friends are making me see some kids movie about talking animals. I don't really care about it. Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. Why is he talking to his son like this?
Oh my.
You? Watching that? Is he worried that he's outing the family's secret? Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it. Ha! Good luck with that, Dad. Is he gonna tell me about how wrong they are about vampires the entire time? Please. 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 I want him to be like, that's not right. Alright. Lucian rejoins his friends and I look over to Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. I'm intrigued. Curious. Intrigued. What's going on? We wait in line for a little longer and Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little nervous. There wasn't another option for movies, though, so we have to go see this one. We take our seats. Glancing at him, I can see he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. That's not a good look. Is everything okay? Vampires, huh? The movie hasn't even started. I think I'm gonna ask him, is he okay? I feel weird. I should probably say it. I feel like I'm gonna make the wrong choice and offend him. Everything is perfectly fine. I'm so excited for this film. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the art, the better. Does he not like scary movies? You sweet bean. Does he not like scary movies? I feel like he doesn't like scary movies. This is too much bravado. Do you have a favorite scary movie? Of course I have a favorite Halloween Town. No. Not Halloween Town. Good God. Oh yeah, he's terrified of blood or something. No, he's terrified of horror movies, which fair. Look at his little grumpy face. Oh good God, he's cute. The sequel, he said it's scary. He didn't say it was the best. He said it was his favorite scary movie, not that it was the best out of the Halloween Town films. Oh, interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring up some sort of strange foreign horror that I've never heard of. Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrests off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies?
Oh my.
You must be joking. I love horror movies. Why did this man not have an option for film to watch? If he didn't want to watch a scary movie, which I'm assuming he didn't, considering he doesn't like scary movies, he didn't have an option. He just was like, would you like to go see a movie? It's a screaming in tandem for me. Hello. Again, you're back. He had a snack and he's come back. The cat comes back. Damien screams. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. Oh. There's his face. Are you gonna take a nap? I hope he just takes a nap. He's afraid of the dark too. No. Probably. I mean, if we're watching a horror movie and it gets dark, which it has to because it's a film, I would be scared too. Lobo did come back to watch The Date, but now what is he doing? Oh, he's settling in for a comfy spot. It's hard to see him over the top of my chair. Oh, there he is. That's the boy. I offer Damien some licorice and he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking. He's gonna be the terrified girlfriend. The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. Vampire Crusade 2. Evil never dies. A pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. Awaken my coven. Hold on. Romulus Bad Blood? I got tripped up on his name. I couldn't even keep reading what he said. Awaken my coven. Two more vampires slide the tops of their stone coffins onto the floor. He's about to say something. Brother, is it time? Demetrius Morvant. Camilla von Ruden. Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. It is time. Lobo. What? He really just be screaming at my back. Like, he's sitting there just screaming at my back. He wants me to just turn and look at him. The three look at each other and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade! The trio of werewolves. The trio of vampires flies off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick. He's terrified. We get to a tense moment of the movie where our Romulus Trueblood sits... Oh, was that Romulus's name? I thought it was Bad Blood. Wait. Wasn't this man's name Bad Blood a minute ago? Now it's True Blood? Sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. It was Bad Blood. Now it's True Blood. Romulus, it is good to finally meet you. General, I agree. Now it's Bad Blood again. Wait a minute. It's good to finally blood you.
What?
Romulus leaps out and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera. Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand. He's a scared girlfriend. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood.
Oh my.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and places it back in his lap. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic, and I got to an extremely scary section. He has two personalities. One is pure, one is evil. Oh, for Romulus, Bad Blood and True Blood. Fair. I think they just forgot or didn't care, or it's just like a reference to more vampire things. Damien is not good at hiding. It's great. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. I didn't think that in my head just a minute ago at all. I wish he would hold my hand again. I also didn't think that in my head a minute ago. Maybe I could do something to try to make him feel more comfortable. I don't know what, though. I have no idea. I've got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. Oh no. It's the worst. I got called out in a worse way. Tell a dad joke. It didn't go well the last time I tried that. It got turned into an anti-dad joke, or reverse dad joke, if you will. Point out plot holes. Ask what's happening. No, I feel like I shouldn't point out that. Did you notice how the guard... Why didn't we go back to what his name is? Did you notice how that guard fired 7 bullets, but his gun only holds 6 bullets? Yes, that is absolutely unforgivable from a filmmaking standpoint. It's almost unwatchable. Should we just leave? It's funny how it's so much easier to point out tiny mistakes in the work of others than it is to actually go create your own thing, huh? Hold on. Is that a direct call out to them changing his name from Bad Blood to True Blood in 2 different scenes? It's so much easier to point out tiny mistakes in the work of others than it is to actually go create your own thing, huh? I don't know if I like that. I mean, I agree wholeheartedly with the statement, but I feel like now the last page was intentional. Very intentional. And I wasn't trying to rip it. I was like, maybe it's just multiple references to vampires. Go back to the previous clip of me saying exactly that. But, yeah. Called out again. Hey, look! That's an anachronism. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly, with only a few whispers from Damien. Whimpers. I lied. Whimpers from Damien. Maybe we would have liked the romantic comedy better. We get to the final scene of the movie where Romulus, Bad Blood, and the General's wife embrace each other in his crypt. It appears that the true Vampire Crusade was the Vampire Crusade in our hearts, our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the General's wife begin making out. Hard.
What?
What? I'm so offended. The film fades to black and the end appears on the screen, but then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover, Carmela, who watched the two from afar. Oh no, twist ending. Our bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next Vampire Crusade 3. Evil must die again. What's this thunder? More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Alright, amidst a throng of chattering moviegoers, he's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I'm intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. You know a lot about vampire lore, do you, Damien? Yeah, it's pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be.
Ah.
Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. Damien makes it a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. Am I going to get bitten? Lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company. Yes. As lovely as the company? Sir. Sir! He thinks I'm lovely. Damn, okay. Here comes the smooth response. Thanks. Cool. Okay. It's gotta be thanks. No problem. Crushed it. My flirting skills are terrible in this game. I don't know how to make them better. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. How could I possibly think that after this? Are you getting a little hungry? We could maybe stop off and grab something to eat. I know. My flirting skills are amazing. Worry not, friend. I have a plan. We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery. He's killing me. Are we going in there? A little bit of Victorian flavor, Sam. Trust me, after the vampire film we just sat through, I don't. Alright, maybe you were right. Maybe he... What was the music change? Maybe Damien is gonna try to make us a vampire. I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. We crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city, the night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him for being in a cemetery. This is strangely romantic. A bite nervous, you could say. I don't like that. Leave the dad jokes and the terrible puns to the game. And inadvertently me on accident, because I'm never intending to tell a pun. Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition, an appropriate finish to an evening about a vampire movie, wouldn't you say? With a flourish. Damien produces a blanket. From where? Wait. Where were you hiding that? Under my cloak? Alright. The whole time? I don't think so. Damien unfolds the blanket, and we both sit down, gazing at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. Tiny wines and tiny cheeses! In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials? They became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question, though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie? He's scandalized. I wasn't. He sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. The fact that he remembered the, split-second lie he told me. I've never been good at those. I just feel as if because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films. So I always play that part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. That is A-okay. Damien, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would have suggested another movie. It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one, thanks to your help. Graveyards, however, I find there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it.
Oh.
To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of so much death brings me great comfort.
Oh.
Death helps me accept life, to savor every second. Truly. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel peaceful. I'm not alone, Damien's right there. Suddenly it doesn't seem like we're all alone. Off in the distance I see a shadowy figure in the trees. Is it Robert?
Ah!
Lucian. I'm not sure. It noticed us. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards its shape, taking a more animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but she's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature is getting closer, moving faster. It's just a dog. It's a dog. Oh my god. That's a horrifying dog. As it finally comes into the light, the friendliest, dumbest looking Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. They animate the dog, but not the person. Priorities. Priorities. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hand. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. What a beautiful dog. Hey, we both look up, not expecting to see. It's Robert. It's Robert. This is the fearsome dog that Robert had to lock up in his spare bedroom when Craig and I were over. I swear to God. I swear to God, if this is Robert, I'm gonna flip. I don't even know what. I'm gonna flip something. Flip the notebook. It was the only thing in reach. Thanks. I don't know what to say to this. What? That is the dog? I was never expecting to see it. Why is he everywhere, too? Like, if I hadn't slept with him the first night, would he be showing up to all these places? Is the question I have. What are you doing out here on this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids. He's hunting us. Because Damien's a cryptid. No matter who else you see or hang out with, Robert's always there. He is going over to his house at with Craig, and then like trying to find Craig's daughter's fucking, what was it? It wasn't an aardvark. Why did I think it was an aardvark? Don't tell me. I know this. Something from South America. Shoot. Capybara. It was a capybara. The most friendly of all animals. But yeah, Robert's always there. Just always there. Oh, and when I ran into his name, Eugene? No, that's not right. What is Mr. Vega's kid's name? I feel like it starts with an E. I'm terrible with names. I'm surprised I've kept all of their Ernest. I'm surprised I've kept all the dad's names as straight as I have. Ernest. It's not Eugene. He looks, I don't know what he looks like. He doesn't look like he should look like anything. What? I don't know what. Didn't know. You did know he had a dog. I don't think my guy knows what a cryptid is. This isn't my dog. Confusion. I found her wandering in the street. I put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. I do not believe this. I cannot physically believe this. hunting cryptids.
Uh-huh.
Damien and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Sure, wouldn't give her cheese, though. Not to worry. Damien reaches into the depths of his cloak and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? Truly. The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog's paw. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Just talking to this dog. Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. Is this why Damien likes Joseph so much? He's a golden retriever. Didn't know you liked dogs.
Oh.
Victorians loved dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog such as a terrier or Maltese. Do you want to be a high-class Victorian woman, Damien? No shade. I think big dogs are nice, too. Yeah, man, dogs are cool.
Huh.
I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home? Smashing good idea. Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin to walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks up to my doorstep. Thank you, ever so kindly, for your company tonight. Damien, it was my pleasure. Sam, if you'll allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of his affection. What could it possibly be? Also, where was the minigame? Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Oh god. Wow, thank you, Damien. I will use this to dry my tears for those I've lost. I can't wait to sneeze on this. I'm gonna wave this at passing ships. Okay, I definitely don't want to say I'm gonna sneeze on this, but like, ships or dry my tears? I feel like I wouldn't dry my tears with it, but when would I have a moment to dry my tears just as an answer? Because it seems like the best option. Can we get a consensus? Or a different verdict? I've got one for dry my tears. Shit. I know I said a consensus or not a consensus, but good God, guys, come on. Can I get a consensus? 1 and 1, neck and neck, tied. No? Okay. Unfortunately, this is a big decision. Did I save already? Whoosh. We're gonna go with tears just because it's the top one and see how he feels about it. Hold on. What does... I just want to know. Is this the same? Is it just gonna go back to the same? I just want to know what the... Oh, I approve. No, we're gonna go with the... Oops. Wait, I think I can go back still. Yeah. We're gonna go with the top one. The drying my tears. Daintily. Because it got me the eggplants. I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you. Someone who's open to my eccentricities. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that word, but you're very eccentric, Damien. Yes, you are. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Going in for another hand-holding session? Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand. I must take my leave. Good night. Before I could say anything else, he's gone. He's so awkward. Like, we get how awkward Matt is just in, like, social, like, environments, but, like, Damien's just awkward all the time. I unlock the door and step inside.
Hey.
Like a whirlwind, a man runs from the window and plops down on the couch trying to look nonchalant. She knows that these are dates. Hey, Dad, what's up? Were you watching from the window? No, I was just, Yes, how was the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Told you. But also, as it turns out, Damien is... Wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary cool. Yep, he's so cool, it's scary. Nice save, Sam. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? I think I'm misremembering that. Sort of. Misrepresenting it more than anything else. That's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though. Oh. I don't want that to be Joseph's werewolf form, but, like, the game is just rolling out these references now. How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf? Yeah, our neighbor's not home right now. How can you be sure? How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? Swerved myself? How can I be so sure you're not a werewolf? Amanda narrows her eyes. I don't trust you. I don't trust you either. Nor I you. I hate this dialogue. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyways, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late, will you? I'll try not to howl at the moon past midnight. Disgusting. Don't smoke. Dad tip number 77. He looks so sad. Where's the happy? As we learned last time, I guess these numbers...
Friend, you've simply taken the egg on this one. Taken the egg is it's a Victorian phrase. It technically means winning, so, ultimately, you've won.
Can you guys hear that? Did you hear all of what he just said? Like, I don't know how loud it is. God. I don't like that voice actor because it's not what I picture in my head for Damien, but those words perfectly encapsulate taking the egg. That's a Victorian era. This man is... He's too high in the running. Like, how did he get here? How did he get to be, like, the number 2 choice? Like, I do not understand. Alright. Dad nap was high, so... That's good. That's a solid. History Channel was low-ish for what I expect out of something that's supposed to, I think, be a period piece of a film. Edwardian is high, which is upsetting because it's supposed to be Victorian, because that's what he's obsessed with. Ojo-sama? I don't know what that means. I will not lie. I have no idea. I always hate seeing Japanese words spelled out with the English, because then I am like, I have no idea. Horror was good. It was medium. Rom-com was high, though, so we're good. We're on track. I was worried that the 2 would be flipped and we'd be out of luck. But I think I saved it by just, like,
Welcome.
shit-talking the movie.
You've got Dad.